Except the mystery.
I work as a maid for the wealthiest family in town. The father is the breadwinner, head of the household, and a strict businessman. The mother is a perfect trophy wife. She adores her family, yet values her beauty and reputation above everything else. The son is the president of the student council. He's the heir of the family, and definitely feels the pressure of it. Meanwhile, the daughter is the golden child and pride of the household. She's a star student on her way to an Ivy League college. The only time she has ever rebelled against her parents was to get her ears pierced. On the outside, this house is seemingly perfect, but there are multiple cracks beginning to form in the foundation. The father comes home late often, mysterious stains on his shirt, with a stench of cigarettes. Although he doesn't smoke. His wife doesn't ask him where he's been, just if it's been taken care of. Lately, the son has been acting out of place as well. He's constantly fighting with his sister, who looks like she never has any interest in what daily insults he shouts at her. The workers have begun to gossip that it looks like she will surpass him and succeed in the family business. The daughter is a peaceful girl. She spends long nights out to focus on her studies. Yet, the main house is always silent. Everyone is scurrying around like rats, almost as if they're trying to hide their presence from each other. The first one to approach me was the wife. Since Thanksgiving is approaching, she put me in charge of preparing the feast. All the other respected families within the town will attend her dinner, so it has to, no, needs to, be perfect. To emphasize the importance of this event, she gave me an enormous bonus to make sure everything went perfectly. Next, the father called me to his office. He told me he'd like me to accompany him tonight to take care of something for the Thanksgiving feast. At midnight, we would meet in the woods behind the house. That night, when I arrived behind the mansion, I found the father sitting in his son's truck. I got into the passenger seat and stared out the window as we drove away from the house. The moon seemed to follow us, practically coming along for this mysterious night. Finally, the father parked the car and told me to follow him deeper into the dark forest, so I carefully followed him. In the distance, I could see the silhouette of something standing on all fours. A beautiful deer walked out the darkness, illuminated by the moonlight. With one shot, it was dead. The father carried it in his arms as we walked back to the truck. I looked back at the moon, feeling its disappointment at what a wasteful night this was. As we approached the truck, it was difficult to make out the expression on the man's face. I could tell that there was some sort of satisfaction as he looked at the lifeless corpse of the deer laying in the truck bed. As we began driving home in silence, he finally spoke up.
This will be the main course for the Thanksgiving dinner. Take good care of it.
Once we arrived back at the house, we both went our separate ways as I dragged the deer into the large freezer room. On the way there, I finally found a dead rat in one of the traps I had placed. Then, the son approached me, almost like a roach, waiting for an opportunity to make itself known. He looked desperate, yet paranoid, and kept peering behind his back to see if anyone was watching him. However, the only ones looking down at him were the moon and I. In this moment, I realized how much the son resembled his father. Once he deemed that the coast was clear, he gave me a large trash bag filled to the top with some sort of fresh meat. He told me to dispose of it with lots of discretion and to never, ever look inside. I dragged the bag into the freezer, since no one ever checked it, except for me. The next day was a Thanksgiving feast, so I wouldn't have time to dispose of it tonight. That morning was extremely chaotic in the kitchen. Because of the request from the father and son, I was running on little to none sleep. It was difficult for me to focus, but I made it work somehow, albeit with mistakes. All the town's wealthiest families started to make their appearances. Everyone had an alternative motive for coming, whether to brag about their children's newest accomplishments or make suspicious business deals. I wasn't interested in their gossip. I just needed to survive this dinner. As everyone sat around the table, the son led the prayer. He looked at me nervously, and I gave him a smile to let him know that everything would be all right. Afterwards, I finally wrote out the main dish. The deer that the father had caught last night was cooked to perfection, and everyone praised him on his catch. The families ate happily, continuing on with their conversations. I was so focused on tending to everyone else. I realized that I hadn't eaten all day, so I excused myself for a moment and prepared a plate for myself in the kitchen. As I cut some of the leftover deer meat, the knife was suddenly stopped by something hard within the cooked flesh. I picked it up with my fingers and examined the object closely. It was a singular earring. I found it strange, since I was the only one with pierced ears. I took a quick glance into the freezer. When I saw that the deer was still hanging on one of the hooks, at that moment, I rushed back into the dining room to see if anyone had noticed, but it was too late. A singular scream echoed throughout the dining room as his son spit out an eyeball, identical to his own. Everyone began yelling in horror and throwing up. The son and I looked at each other as he had realized what I had done. Next to him was the empty seat of our rat of a father.
Dun dun dun! Thank you for watching, and I hope you have a good Thanksgiving. Unless you're not American, then I hope you have a good day anyways. I actually rewrote the ending in the middle of recording this because I was like, oh, that's a good idea. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure to like and subscribe, or whatever YouTubers say. So goodbye for now, but not forever.